Jeff Ferris on Hot Homestead. I got something to show you guys. Take a look. Thanks for tuning in, Jeff Ferris on Hot Homestead. Today, I'm messing with this box. Let me show you what I'm doing with this box. This box has something sticking out the side. Check this out. So, this is a 14-inch Ryobi 40 volt chainsaw. What sucks about this is it doesn't come with a case. Why? Ryobi, why would you do this without a case? What an idiot. At least somebody make an aftermarket case for it. Okay? So, I had to do my own aftermarket case. What I did basically was I measured from here to there and this way and this way. The problem is I had to take off the guard to put it in. So, because the guard was too high and I couldn't find a case that was tall enough. But I'll show you how I handled that. So, and then there's plenty of room in here for all kinds of stuff like some oil, some more chains, some towels, a screwdriver. I like to use the regular socket over this thing here, but you got that, this, and I'll show you why I have this, and then this little case here with a couple of screws that goes to that piece there. So I can't actually pull this thing out one-handed because this remains loose, and I'll show you that here in a second. But basically, when this comes out, now you got your chainsaw, and you can put your guard on there and you'll be fine. But the most important thing I was looking at is there was a tray that sits in here. I just threw that out. So this is the piece. This guard came with it. So that was nice that it came with this anyhow. So what I did basically was I just cut a hole. Look at that, nice straight hole, huh? Perfectly square, so that I can slide this in, and then it fits in absolutely perfect, as you just saw. Let me show you a little bit about how I ended up cutting out this hole. This here just happens to fit in this groove here kind of perfectly. Okay, so that's nice. Now the problem is going this way, it needs to go this way, and it's off-centered on this. But I could at least get the height of this cut, and I had to take in consideration the rise of this here because the base is going to sit on this, but it doesn't have to be perfectly level. So when I went to set this in here, I actually rose it up just a hair, and then when I did, I took a marker and I marked it here, and then I had measured it from here to this ridge here. On this side, I measured from this ridge to here. This was my original measurement, and I'm glad I didn't go with that one. This here was another measurement I did when I tried to measure from the outside. So that was my original measurement from there up to there, and I'm like, that just doesn't look right. So when I put it inside, it made better sense. So I knew where this one here was, so I basically was able to cut this out. And what I did on cutting it out was I just used a drill bit, had a nice point on there so it kind of didn't move on me, and a jigsaw. Then I took this guy here and basically sat him roughly where that first cut was, so I could get an idea of where the bottom one might be. But I didn't go by the outer edge because I want that to stay inside. So I looked at this piece here to, like I said, it's hard to do this one hand, to this guy here. So I kind of tried to just line it up. So if it was going to be right about there, oh, but look at that, it's different. That's because it actually was there. And what I did then was I stuck this in here, and I only kind of went part way on my cut because I wanted to do it smaller than bigger so I could always open it up. So I put this in, and then I'm like, alright, well, it's right about here-ish, so measure, I need to cut at least there, so I did. So now I could get it all the way in, but then I'm down to here, and I'm like, ooh, I got these little knobs here. So then that's when I just squared it up, and I measured out the marks, the knobs, and then I cut extra, and now it slides right in perfectly. What I wanted also to do is I wanted to look to see, is this on the very bottom? And it pretty much is. It's up just a hair, it looks like. So when I did that first mark, I had raised this up just like 1/4 of an inch. It looks like that was perfect because you saw it in there. Again, it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. It just has to be in there. And then once my cuts were done, then I was able to slide this guy in there and see if it would even fit. And it fits. Now it stays loose, but I'm okay with that because what it does is it allows me to pull the chainsaw out, take this with it basically, and then I can carry it around, have this for protection or for whatever, you know, I needed to if I'm just setting it down. And then it's easy enough just to put it in there. It's not going anywhere. I did have to remove this guy. That kind of bums me out that I have to do that. So basically, you remember how it goes. So it will have to be something where I'll have to put this on all the time. And that's what those 2 screws are. So these 2 screws, small one goes over here, the short one goes on this side, the longer one goes on this side. So the only sad part is I'll have to take this on and off, but that's not going to be very often because this is a long-term storage. Concho agrees. It's getting that time of the day for us to go, huh? About this time of the day, Concho likes to go for his walk. We call it hunting. Yeah, I know, buddy. Hang on. So that's the only bummer part is I gotta take this on and off. Concho, please, dude. Just go find a rabbit. Go find a rabbit. Go, 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 go. Sorry about that, folks. Concho just needs attention. Where was I? So yeah, so this here is a pain in the neck having to take it on and off, but I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue. And I got that little holder for the screws. Because the screws are a star, it's a T25, so I'll just throw this in there. And I'll throw these guys in there, and I'll throw that stuff in there, and then there's plenty of room. So let me throw it all in there and I'll show you what it looks like. So there you have it. You open it up. Look at all this room I have. I got a crap load of room. I can put a couple things of those in there. A lot of these. Probably wrap the tools up in the towel just to kind of keep them together. So you got that, the screws there, this here. Now, if you also notice, it doesn't sit in there perfectly straight. It's a little bit at an angle. I think it's at an angle because, I don't know how well you're going to see this, but this shield over here is a little bit wider than this. And then you also have this guy here. So as it rests on there, it kind of pushes it out this way. But I don't foresee that being a problem at all. Yeah, it looks kind of funky when you really pay attention to it, but I think it's perfectly fine. So there you have it. So, since Ryobi's not smart enough to come up with a case for their 14-inch 40-volt chainsaw, I think their 18 has a case. but this 14-inch one doesn't. And just for basic stuff around here on these smaller trees, it's fine. There you have it, folks. I got a case now for my chainsaw, and I had to do it myself. Glad I did. So that's about it. See you, bye, have fun.